Fingerprints, Mr. Green. Wrench on floor. Fingerprints, Mrs. White, Professor Plum, and Miss Scarlet. Fingerprints, Mrs. Peacock and Mr. Body. Curtain lying on the floor.
Look, I really do think this is a bit much. What on earth would I need a wrench for? Certainly not for what you're thinking, that I can assure you. The answer is no, I have not seen a wrench. You need to realise that a lot of people were upset over Uncle Body's deal with Boulder's Brewery. I overheard a very heated argument in the billiard room. Then Professor Plum stormed out and stomped into the conservatory. He looked very, very angry. He was carrying a billiard cue almost like a weapon. It was glistening with something wet which he was wiping off. Perhaps Uncle Body was treating the Professor in the same way as he treated Colonel Mustard. I heard Uncle blackmailing the Colonel in the study, and the Colonel actually threatened him. But I honestly don't believe that the Colonel would have had the guts to do anything about it.
I did see that wrench. I was in the hall with Mrs. White, and she handed it to me from the cupboard. She was joking about using it to sort out Body and the money. I know she didn't mean it. When she'd gone, I still had the thing in my hand, so I just left it in the ballroom. I certainly had no use for it.
I'd decided that I had to do something to try to get back the money from my godson's trust that I'd invested in boulders. So I went to Body. I found him in the billiard room. He had the audacity to suggest that I join him in a glass of Boulder's beer. And something in me snapped. I smashed the billiard cue down on the tray of bottles and stormed out of the room. I realized that the cue was covered with sticky beer. So I wiped it clean and left it in the conservatory. There was no way I was going back into the billiard room. I was rather hoping that somebody else might convince Body to give us back our money. That's why when I saw Green creeping up the stairs, trying to be as quiet as he could, touching a piece of rope, I decided to leave him to it. Perhaps in the light of what has happened, You should have a word with him.
You think the murder took place in the study, but who was the murderer? Which weapon do you think they used? And this is your accusation. You think the murderer was Miss Scarlet, in the study, with the wrench?
Well done, you've got everything right. You've solved the murder mystery. Now, let's go through it stage by stage and see what happened.
Miss Scarlet knew that Mr. Body was blackmailing Colonel Mustard over their relationship. She was shattered by the effect that this was having on the Colonel, and worse still, she was certain that if all were to be revealed, then she would lose him to Mrs. Peacock. After dinner, she left the dining room, intending to join the Colonel in the conservatory, but she saw Mr. Body in the corridor, and she stepped into the ballroom to avoid him. The wrench was lying on a table. Without hesitation, she picked it up and went straight after Mr. Body. She found him in the study, standing by the window, staring out into the night. He never heard her come up behind him. Poor Mr. Body tried to clutch at something as he fell, but all he could do was to pull the curtain to the floor. Miss Scarlet ran from the study and hid the wrench in the first place she came to, the hall cupboard. She never thought of removing her fingerprints until it was too late.
And that is how Mr. Body met his end. Why not come back and try to solve the next murder mystery, Arlington Hall?